So I just finished a shift. I'm about to go home. Man, talking about good shifts, I like it. I like working with these people. That makes a good team, people whom you can talk to. That's what I value anyways. I like working with people in which everyone can feel like they are a part of the team, you know. There's none of this horizontal violence. When you feel like you're part of the team, regardless of your ranking or your experience, like you feel like you contribute to the team. I think that's what makes a good team. It's not always about having a team in which everybody does what they want to do. Everybody thinks that they are right because they are specialists. They have a lot of experience and they demand that everybody follows their way of thinking or working. I don't think that's a good team. It doesn't matter if you have the best of the best people on board, the veterans or people with years of experience in a team, but they're not willing to listen to others. They're not willing to let the less experienced rookies learn or make mistakes within reasons, of course. I don't think that's a good team. Anyways, I really enjoyed working today. We got to talk. This girl, she was saying, I'm gonna decide to run tomorrow. Can you pick out a distance for me? She was handing out like a sticker to our colleagues, and one of our colleagues picked a sticker that reads 15. I was doing something on the computer, but I turned around and I was surprised. 15 what? 15 kilometers or 15 minutes? I was really surprised. And she said, thank God it was a short one. So in my head, I was thinking, 15, a short run? Maybe that's what she meant, 15 minutes. So she said to our other colleagues, she said, thank God you chose a short one for me. And I told her, I thought 15 was 15 kilometer. And everybody just looked at me and they laughed and they said, that's what she meant, 15 kilometers. And man, my jaw was dropping on the ground. I was, I was in awe. 15 kilometer for a run. Boy, is this girl crazy or what? But apparently it's something that she does quite regularly. She told me she was gonna go for a half marathon. I don't know how long that is, 20 something kilometers, 30 kilometers, I don't even know. But initially I thought when she said 15, I thought that was the duration, 15 minutes of running non-stop. But boy, was I wrong, 15 kilometers. Now, if you look at this girl, she has the build of a long distance runner. She's very, I guess I can say skinny. She's skinny. But not like, I probably shouldn't say this, but not to the point that she looks anorexic or anything like that. Maybe she looks a little bit like that. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but man, like, you look at her and you can tell she's a long distance runner because of her, the way that she does things as well. Like, I know she's a bit younger. She's 24 years old. And that's what I find amazing about young people, Gen Zers. I really do think they bring a lot to the team, despite what some people might say about the younger generations. But I do think young people are the future of tomorrow. And sure, like, sometimes the graduates, they can be a little bit full on. Some of them, I probably shouldn't say this. This is very unprofessional of me, but sometimes they can be a little bit full on, as in they haven't been around for that long, and just some unique personalities. Let's put it that way. But where was I? Yeah, when you look at this girl, she's a long distance runner because of her physique, and she said, 15 kilometers. It's just basically a walk in the park for her. She does it on a regular basis. She runs 5 days a week, and when she said that she runs 5 days a week, that reminded me of the time when I first came to Tasmania, when I first went to uni when I was 18. And, that's the first time I lived away from my family, and I was forced to learn how to cook for myself, even though I had no prior experience. And, in the span of a couple of months, maybe a year, I have dropped 20 kilos. So I went from, I would say like 80 kilos. I dropped down to 60 or something. And I looked absolutely emaciated. Like I looked, very bad, very low muscle mass. Even though I was sort of going to the uni gym at the time as well, lifting weight, but I was not really focused on, increasing the weight being lifted. I was just doing it for reps. Because in my mind, I thought maybe more reps means more calories being burned. But you burn very little calories from weightlifting. But I was running pretty much every single day up to the point that I got shin splints. And the reason why I did that, why I tortured myself, was not because I loved running. Maybe in the initial stages, like when I first started to look after my own health, I enjoyed, the endorphin rush and whatnot. But I realized what really fueled my long ass runs. I used to go on 8 kilometers. Never in my life I have ran for 15 kilometers like this girl. But yeah, I did it because it was coming from a place of insecurity. I sort of got rejected by a girl whom I had known since primary school in Vietnam. And it was just a way for me to getting back at her, like it's like a revenge almost. Like, I'm gonna get back at you. You're gonna realize you're missing out on me. And now she's married to a Canadian guy, and I probably shouldn't talk about that because I have now obviously moved on, but I'm still talking about it because I want to tell you guys this story of why I started my fitness journey, because of self-hatred. And wanting to prove it to others that I'm worthy of something. And it was not coming out of a place of self-love. And I do realize that, it's not all doom and gloom when you feel like you're a failure, because it's a sign that you need to change something. I want to give you guys this: what you don't change, you choose. I'm going to say that again. What you don't change is what you're going to choose, what you are choosing. So the fact that I changed the way that I was means that I'm choosing this version of myself, my new version. Anyways, back to this girl, Gen Z, 24 years old, very quick on her feet, just running around the units, just doing all these jobs for her. I love her, man. Like, God bless her. God bless young people. I love those people who are keen to learn, who wants to get some skin in the game, who shows enthusiasm, who's just great energy to be around with. I love those kinds of workers. And all the best to her, this young woman. It was a pleasure to work with her today. With everybody on the unit, really. Yeah, I think we are a good team. Yeah, I think young people do have a lot to offer to the world. We just got to be the person to support them to do that, because they're going to be the one to carry the torch after we leave the profession, or whatever discipline it is that you are involved in. Like, maybe it's sports, maybe you're a musician, you're teaching younger people, or Maybe you're a preceptor, you're a teacher, whatever, like support the young people in your life. I don't understand, like how some people from older generation, they pick on the younger, less experienced workers. Maybe it's just a workplace initiation process that I don't get, but I just don't understand how some people can be so cruel to less experienced workers, like all of this bullying and stuff going on. I don't understand it, because like what are you going to get out of life? What are you going to get out of just hoarding all of this knowledge, all of your experience? Like, you're not going to make out of life alive. You're not going to take all of this with you down the grave. So just pass on the knowledge, support the young people in your life, help them thrive, and they're going to be the one to carry the torch long after you're gone. With that, I want to say, stay strong. God bless. I love you all, and I'll speak to you next time. Peace.